Kevin. I wanted to talk to you about the Refuge formula. I know I've mentioned it a few times and I've tried to go into depth about it. I don't know if I've really got it across to you well enough or not, but if you look at these patriots who existed online, had their movement co-opted at the Refuge, and plastered on the internet, made to look silly, which brings to mind the Al-Qaeda, the type of stuff that your liberal friends were making fun of when it came to these guys that were over there protesting, who felt like they were standing up for their rights. Now, we can disagree on what they were fighting for and whatnot all day long, but what we're talking about now is the formula of what happened, of what the FBI applied to the situation when they decided to co-opt whatever was happening over there, take it directly online, and try to lure as many people as possible over there. Now, we know that no charges came about from any of that. The guys were all let go or whatnot. I mean, they got charges and whatnot, but everybody got let go. So, except for the guys that pled guilty and the guys that have to go back to the original Bunkerville stand. But, so basically nothing happened. However, they were able to infiltrate and demoralize the Patriots. Mission accomplished, I'd say. Now, you can look back prior to that and see other events where government agencies had done the same thing with militias, smaller localized militias. The one that I've mentioned to you before is the Hutari, where it was the FBI informant who brought the idea of explosives and brought the explosive, basically said, hey, let's do this, and whatever. It was the FBI that was egging them on, and they all got off with it. I think one guy got a gun charge or something, like felon with a gun or something, I don't remember, but it was basically nobody got in trouble for it because it was the FBI pushing all of it. So back to the Refuge formula now, it started with the COINTEL probe, and they're refining it, bringing it online. Once everything was brought online at the Refuge, and it was able to be broadcast out to everyone to draw in more and more of the online community to try and break that up, then what was the next step after that is the alternative media. And now you hear that the alternative media is racist, the alternative media is liars, they're spreading propaganda, they're Russian. I don't want to sound like I'm somebody important or anything, but I'm alternative media. By reading news and spreading content and sharing things with my friends, I'm part of this alternative media, and I'm none of those things. It just seems like there's labels trying to be applied. Now, if you look at the discussion we were having last night about pizza, you could see the whole thing was a psyop, or still is, ongoing. If you apply the Refuge formula, this whole scandal is born online. It's bringing everyone in online. There's supposedly new platforms being born out of it. Like, I've heard of people switching to different platforms to put their videos and share information and whatnot, which is good because once your account goes dormant at the site they were tracking you on, they'll know exactly who you are. But that's another subject. And then you see the false flag that came out, the guy with the gun. Now, the whole thing is playing out exactly as we discussed if you apply the Refuge formula. They're doing the same thing to try to discredit and completely destroy any type of alternative media, and along with it, they're going to bring down any kind of anonymity online. And it's to protect someone's interests. Who's pulling the strings? I don't have any goddamn clue. But if you take a step back and look at this through the eyes of that, like I said, the Refuge formula, move in, infiltrate, draw in, all that, the way they did, especially down, all the way down to the Final Four. Now this whole thing is exactly the same situation. There's people that have stepped back and said, whoa, this is what's happening, we see it, we know what's going on, and there's a lot of people that continue to involve themselves. I don't think it's over by a long shot. I think there's going to be a lot more to come of it, especially now that was in the news. That's making the mainstream. Now this thing's moving over into the mainstream. We're going to see the more anti-alternative media, and probably a YouTube crackdown or something soon. And I don't know, man. Sorry this got kind of long-winded, Kevin, but not really sure how else to explain it. I hope you have a good day and stay safe out there, Kevin.